My name is Carolyn Cohn, and this is my research project improving SAT scores. Most educators are familiar with the SAT, a standardized test that is used to evaluate students and teachers. Many of us have attended a professional development or several focusing on analyzing test data and using it to make instructional decisions. We feel the pressure from our administration to improve test scores, but do we know what actually works? I researched methods for improving SAT scores, hoping to learn what teachers can do in their classrooms that will make a positive impact on their students' SAT scores, with a particular focus on the math sections. My research results showed that students who participate in SAT prep courses receive higher scores on average than those who do not. Of the several types of SAT prep available, which includes online courses and books, high school courses, and private tutoring, the ones that show the highest score gains are private courses and private tutoring. However, it must also be taken into consideration that students who participate in private SAT prep are often from more educated and more affluent families. These students have access to more resources and a desire to do well on the SAT that may contribute to their success in SAT prep. Schools can help students prepare for the SAT and improve SAT scores by having a high-quality curriculum and instruction for English and math, and by focusing on readiness strategies, which include training students to be test-wise, focusing on inefficient use of time, test anxiety, and not knowing how to guess sensibly, among other things. For individual students, two of the largest factors in improving SAT scores are time and error analysis. Students who spend the most time studying will likely see higher score increases. Testiv, a tutoring company that specializes in test-taking prep, recommends students spend 100 hours preparing for the SAT. Part of this preparation should involve taking and reviewing practice tests. Students who review and learn how to correct errors on practice tests are less likely to make similar errors on their SAT. Because time and effort are such important factors in improving SAT scores, schools can see improvement in SAT scores by offering an SAT prep course that requires students to put time and effort into studying. In an effort to close the disparity between those who have access to high-quality SAT prep options and those who do not, Khan Academy has partnered with College Board to offer free personalized online SAT prep, which is called OSP for all. Khan Academy's OSP features include skill levels, practice exercises, personalized task recommendations, timed mini sections, full-length practice exams, task review, instructional content, practice, schedule, and goal setting. And Khan Academy finds that students who do 6+ hours of studying and at least one best practice behavior, which are things such as leveling up skills, following skill recommendations, or completing a full-length practice exam, score higher than students who do not. I found it challenging to find reliable research on what methods improve SAT scores. There are a few different reasons for this. One is that the SAT has been revamped numerous times, most recently in 2016. In fact, the SAT is preparing for changes again, moving to a new digital test set to roll out in the US in 2024. Another reason is that it's challenging to set up a study to examine the effects of SAT prep in a school. How can you fairly have a control group? It would be unfair for a school to offer SAT prep to some students and not others. Here's what I believe is most valuable from the research that I have found. Individualized practice is important. Students need to put the most practice into areas of struggle that are specific to them. This is different for every student. Part of what makes private tutoring and coaching so effective is the ability to focus on an individual student's needs. Effective practice takes time. Students should be prepared to invest a significant amount of time into SAT prep. Setting up and following a study schedule can help. Continued practice over time can help make learning stick. There are test-taking strategies and skills beyond prior knowledge that help students perform well on standardized tests. Learning how to manage time wisely, guess effectively, combat test anxiety, and even general preparedness, such as getting a good night's sleep and having a healthy breakfast, can help students boost their SAT scores. Students should use a combination of all of these to improve their SAT scores, and schools can help by offering SAT prep classes to focus on test-taking strategies and individualized practice, and offering ample practice time to all students. Although research suggests that one of the most effective methods of SAT prep is private coaching and tutoring with 20 to 30 students in a classroom, that just isn't attainable for me. However, I can use Khan Academy's online SAT practice with my students, which will provide personalized practice for them based on previous PSATs, practice tests, and/or diagnostic tests. This will help students work on areas of weakness. More time practicing and more familiarity with the SAT style test questions is also something I can support students with. After starting this research project, we began a weekly SAT practice requirements for all students grades 9 through 11, 1 day a week for 30 minutes. Juniors taking SAT prep had a requirement of 2 hours of practice time per week. Our goal is to continue implementing regular SAT practice for all students throughout the entire school year. Lastly, I will work with my SAT prep class on good test-taking skills. We will spend time taking and reviewing practice questions to build stamina, learn to eliminate wrong answers, and increase the odds of getting a right one, and using timers to focus on how much time we spend working per question. Although improving SAT scores is an important goal for schools, teachers, and students, I also hope to help students reduce their overall anxiety about taking the SAT, which I believe will in turn increase their scores. I believe that all these strategies will help me and my students in reaching this goal. If you're interested in more information, you can reach me at the email address at the top. Thank you.